G'day folks, today I'm going to be reviewing an old game called Twixt. This game comes from the 3M company and this is from the Bookshelf series. Came out in 1962 and it is for 2 to 4 players. Actually, 2 teams, which make the 4 players. Anyway, this is a great strategy game and 3M Bookshelf made some great strategy games back in the day. The object of this game is you are trying to make an uninterrupted link from one side of the board to the other. You're going to be using pegs and little links to do this. However, you're also having to try to prevent your opponent from doing the same. So there's 2 elements of strategy that go on with this game. It's really easy to learn, but it's one of those games that takes a little bit of time to master, and I love those types of games. So let me go ahead and just show you how this game works. Okay, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and show you the components really quick. This is your board that you're going to be using, and as you can see, there's boundaries here. There's the reds here and the blacks here. Red is going to try to build a line from here to here, and black is going to try to build a line from here to here. And then you have your pegs, which are here. This is your red peg, this is your black peg, and then the links are right here. They're shaped like little wrenches. This is your red link right here, and then you have the black link right here. And you're going to be using these links to connect your pegs. One thing to note is that pegs can't be placed behind the opposite color's border. So for example, black can't place a peg here, red can't place a peg here. And the same goes for the other side. So red's going to go ahead and start, and let's just say red decides to place a peg right here. Now he can place a peg anywhere on the board that he chooses. Now black has the opportunity at this point to switch sides and become red himself. If he decides to do that, that's what's called the pie rule. He does not have to. So let's just say in this case black decides not to do that, and he decides to go as black, so he places a peg right over here. Now red decides he's going to go ahead and start to try to make a line. So what he does is he's going to go 2 over and 1 up, and this is the length of the links. It's 2 up and 1 over, or 1 over and 2 up, or whatever. It's just basically the shape of an L, similar to what a knight would do in chess. So anyway, red will go ahead and place a link over here, and this is how red is going to make his lines. So now black decides he's going to go ahead and place a peg right here. And red is going to go ahead and place another peg. Let's say he places a peg right here. And he goes and builds up a line again. Now what black is going to do is he is going to do what is called a double link. And the way a double link works is you just have to place a peg equal distance between 2 pegs that are already on the board that will fit the links together. So here's a perfect example. I place a peg here. This is 2 over, 1 over, 2 over, 1 over, and this will allow me to place 2 links in one turn on the board like so. Okay, now red of course has several things he can think about doing. He can try to block out black because black is starting to build the line now, or he can try to continue building a line himself, or he could try to do some different strategy. Now there is one thing you can do, and that is remove links on your turn. You can do this along with placing them. And this is something that typically doesn't happen very often, but let's just say you had a lone link over here that really wasn't doing much, and you decided you wanted to move him and get him out of the way. You could. All you would have to do is just do this. Take him off like that, and that would be it. And so the game's basically going to keep going on like this until one color is able to create a complete line from one of their boundaries to another. This game can end in a draw, and that will happen basically if it is impossible for either side to make a line from one side to the other. And so my reviews on Twixt is pretty simple. It's a great game, great strategy game. Definitely a pretty cool concept, I gotta say. There's just a couple of things you have to think about while you're playing the game. You have to first of all think about making your lines to go from one side to the other, but then you also have to think about your opponent and the lines he's creating. So there's a lot of offense and a lot of defense that goes on in this game, and it switches up a lot, and it's really cool. I like it a lot. I would recommend getting this game if you see it. Anyway, that's my review. I hope you all have a blessed day. Take care.